Jordan, my husband, my beloved, my darling. It is solely because of God's loving kindness that we are here today. And the reason I can say, as David said, my cup overflows. It overflows because in His mercy, God made a path for a proud girl from a little state in India to come all the way to Canada when there seemed to be no way. It overflows because in His faithfulness, He gave me a husband in you, and in His steadfast love, gave me a family with you.
Judith, baby cakes. As I thought about the journey it took to get us here, there were a range of memories that came to mind. I thought about our time in university and how our friendship blossomed into a romantic relationship as we bonded over music, photography, and our Christian faith. I thought about the day we got married and how happy we were, but also how immature we were in our understanding of marriage. I also thought about the more challenging moments, like walking through the door and seeing you break down in tears because the pregnancy turned out to be unsuccessful. And again with the second one and the third one. And of course, I thought about the moment that we dreamed of for so long when we finally held our precious daughter in our arms.
So, how do I write 10 years of marriage into a few words? I suppose I could jump right into all the sweet and lovely highlights, or elaborate on the quirky things that I think are unique to us. But as I honestly reflected on our marriage, I could not help but think about the depth of our lows and the countless times we felt hopeless. As somber as that sounds, it is such an important part of our marriage because our story does not end there.
The last 10 years also gave me a front row seat to your personal growth. I often wonder where I would be without your gentle guidance, and the thought alone scares me. I wouldn't know the joy of being Josephine's dada, and quite frankly, I think my life would have gone in a much different direction.
You have extended God's love to me in more ways than I deserve. You are an anchor in our marriage. While I have tossed back and forth and tried to find my footing, there you are, like a lighthouse that gives direction and a sense of calm in the midst of a storm. Josephine and I, and Lord willing, future children, are beyond blessed to have you by our side. We are rich because we have you.
So as I reflect on the last 10 years of being husband and wife, there's one thing that is very clear to me. You've changed. You've become more beautiful, more patient, more kind. You've become a mother to Josephine, and not to mention her doctor, her teacher, her mentor, and her very own sleep therapist. But despite all of these changes, I'm very thankful that one thing has not changed. You are, and you'll always be, my wife.
When I think about the last 10 years, I cannot imagine it without you. When I think about being old, I cannot imagine being old without you. My cup overflows. I love you.
I love you. Our precious Josephine, you've changed our lives in a way that we cannot begin to explain. Every moment that we have with you is a gift of God that we are eternally grateful for. We love you more than you will ever know, and by God's grace, We look forward to watching you grow and mature into a beautiful, strong, wise woman of God. We love you, sweetie pie.
Mama? Oh, thank you.